How this bottle of seltzer can teach you how to save money in real estate. This is Brian Murray and welcome to the Brian Murray Show, a real estate show, New Jersey style. And this week's discussion point is how this bottle of seltzer can teach you how to save money in real estate. See, I get this bottle of seltzer from Costco. It's, a whole liter of seltzer, and it's actually pretty decent. It's flavorless, so, it's flavorless. So, does it have any flavor? No. Is it as good as any other flavorless seltzer? Absolutely. It cost me 45 cents a liter at Costco. So I buy it by the case. I think there's actually 15 in a case, right? Versus maybe the $1 it costs for, the one at the supermarket, Polar or something like that. So let's say I save 55 cents a bottle on this, and that's 12 bottles. So if I do the quick math, I save about $6.60, a little extra tax in there, say $6.75, and I drink about a case of this a week, $6.75. But in order to get this bottle of seltzer, I have to drive to the Costco. Now to drive to the Costco, if I go to the one in Clifton or Teterboro, there's no toll. So let's talk about those. Go there, takes me about 20 minutes to drive there, get in my car, drive there. So it's, maybe half a gallon of gas there, half a gallon of gas back, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Got to go in the store, I got to pick up the case, got to wait, pay for it through the line, blah, blah, blah. Hour minimum. If I'm just getting the seltzer, it's an hour, door to door. It's an hour, plus gas, which is now like $70 a gallon. But let's say it's only $4 a gallon. So I saved $6.75, but I paid $4 for gas and an hour of my time. So I'm paying myself $2.75 an hour to get seltzer. It's called Pennywise, Pound Foolish. This is what can teach you about shopping for a home. Let's say, Mr. Buyer, you're out there, you get the home inspection back. Oh my gosh. And there's a couple of outlets that are not quite functioning. Seller might not have noticed, the seller might not care. Seller's been living there 5 years. Oh, an outlet doesn't quite work the way it should. Or really, did they notice it? You think they wouldn't have gotten it fixed? They would have put duct tape over it or something? You just move on. Or you don't even notice it because maybe it's behind your couch. But you, Mr. Buyer, is like, oh my gosh, I want everything perfect even though it's not brand new. So I'm going to start to negotiate a credit for a couple of little ticky-tack things in this market. So maybe $200, $300, $400, $500 worth of ticky-tack things. And so I'm negotiating because I'm Mr. And guess what the seller says? Like, it's been like a month since we started this whole review process and now the home inspection, and we're kind of leaving this stuff hanging out there. Guess what? My house has gone up 5, 6, 7%. If you watch the weekly market number, it might be 7, 8%. $500 worth of home inspection items, 8% increase. Hey, maybe I'm just going to cancel the contract and start over. Get 5 extra percent. It'll cost me maybe 3 weeks extra, but that's how now Mr. Buyer's like, Pennywise, pound foolish. And guess what they're going to do then? They're going to be out in the cold. They're actually going to end up paying more for their interest rate, for their interest rate on their loan, simply because now they're a month later and the interest rates have gone up. So it's costing them thousands and thousands. And by the way, that similar property that they get next door, that now they're not dealing with their home inspection items on, that's costing them 5, 6, 7% more. So not only have they paid tens of thousands of dollars more for the home, they're paying hundreds of dollars or more a month for their mortgage. So that's what we call Pennywise, pound foolish. And guess what? It makes me working for $2.75 an hour for my seltzer doesn't seem so dumb after all. It's all relative. This is today's discussion point. Weekly market numbers, March 1st, 2022. Yeah, it's the end of February, it's gone, and everybody's like, how come you don't have monthly numbers? Because monthly numbers don't matter in this market. Weekly numbers matter in this market. You're getting a 30-day look back, so a lot of the weekly numbers are also monthly numbers. But if you focus on monthly numbers, you've already missed the boat. So weekly numbers, March 1st, Hoboken, Jersey City, 2022. Let's see what's up there. Biggest thing that I see that's up there is look at Jersey City. We went from 3-4 months of inventory, and that's where you take the available listings with the crappy way that available is listed up there, divided by the number under contract in the last 30 days, and what that number gets you has been 3, 4, 5 lately, but it's now less than 2. That is a wake-up call for Jersey City right there. A wake-up call. You think the inventory is tight? That includes big buildings like 99 Hudson Street that have a lot of units. You think the inventory is tight? Yeah. Just look at the average days on market. This includes all those homes that have been on market for a long time for whatever reason. Maybe they were new construction like 99 Hudson Street that maybe their listing was on there for 100, 200, 300 days. The average days on market is coming way, way down. If you look at sold in the last 30 days, you're like, that's not so bad. It's a 60-day lag. That is like January 1st. Wait. Just wait 30 days. Watch those numbers skyrocket. I promise you that when you look back at the solds on April 1st, they're going to be 90, 95. That's where that number is going to be. And you're going to be like, wow, what happened to the market? Well, guess what? The market already happened. That's why we're here in weekly numbers. Look at the sold price to ask price. And these are with sellers pushing the number. They're like, hey, the last guy got 800. Let's try 825. And this is what you're getting. So these are the weekly numbers. You could say, hey, in January, the prices rose about 5%. Yeah, they did. In February, maybe they rose another 2, 3%. Look, you're 7, 8% up right now since January 1st. That's the truth. Some segments even more. So just know that that's kind of where we're at, and that, hey, if you're a buyer, do you see this slowing down? Do you see this? I mean, are there new listings coming up that I don't know about? I've got lots of buyers out there and nothing really to sell them. I have 1, 2 things a week, and then it's a gunfight with other buyers to get that thing and get it under contract for them. These are the weekly numbers. If you want specific market segments, if you're a seller and you're trying to figure out how much your home is worth and when you should sell it and how you're going to move, you better reach out to me, because I can give you exactly what your home is worth today, what it's likely worth tomorrow, or April 1st, or May 1st, but more importantly, where are you going to move and what's that worth? This is Brian Murray with the weekly market numbers for Hoboken and Jersey City. The good, the bad, the ugly. Inflation edition here March 1st, 2022. So let's look at inflation from the good. If you own real estate, you get to live in your hedge. As inflation goes up, real estate's usually going up at the same time. So, while everything else is going up, maybe your biggest investment is going up as well. If you own rental property, as renters' leases come up, you're looking to raise the rents. I mean, I just saw in the New York Post, this is where I get my real estate data from actually, the Jersey City rents went up 27% last year. Now, I don't actually get my information from the Post when it comes to the local specific real estate, but in terms of rents, Jersey City is a funny animal when it comes to, because they have a lot of these high-rise buildings downtown, and then they've got some older inventory, and and then with COVID, so it's kind of an interesting hybrid. So it really just depends on what you're looking at, whether rents went up 5%, 10%, 20%, 27%. Same in Hoboken. You're looking at some of the stuff. I'm basically seeing most of the properties going up 20+%. But that doesn't mean if you have a tenant in place that you would necessarily raise the rent 20+%. You might only raise it 10 or 15. And hey, if they don't like it, well, business is business. So the good part is if you own real estate, you've got a hedge. If you are a landlord, you've got a hedge. And thankfully, because some of your costs are going up, the bad is that your costs are going up across the board. If you're a buyer right now, you guarantee that your home inspector costs more, that your attorney costs more, that your FedEx packages cost more. Everything is going up. I mean, everything costs more. Your plumber, your electrician, your handyman. I can't even tell you, I don't even want to know what my handyman is charging today. So that's the good. The bad. The ugly with inflation is I don't think that we have a real understanding of the cap on how this is all going to work between Russia and Ukraine, between Fed raising rates. The economists can't really give us like a cap on this. Like, hey, when is a good time to understand that this is like the end or the high point? Or sometimes people are saying, oh, later this year it'll kind of peak and crest. But then we heard that last year from it was a temporary thing. So the ugly thing is when there's uncertainty in the market, people get nervous. Part of the reason that you're seeing a lot of buyers in the market right now, is certainly in the wintertime, was that they wanted to take advantage of the interest rates. Yes, but they also were concerned about inflation. Yes. It's like, hey, prices are going up. My money is worth less. Mortgages are going to cost more. Let me get in now. So there's not like any counterbalance. Usually there's a counterbalance to the long term. It's like, hey, here's a good reason why I could wait or should wait. There's a new construction project in downtown Jersey City that is just launching, and it's about 18 months out. And if you want more information, reach out to me and I'll get you on the VIP list. But in years past, I've dealt with this builder and their new construction projects. And if you get in early, you get usually a discount to the actual full price. But you're looking at a year to 15 months out where you're kind of committing on this. And in the past, when we've been out that far, you'd need a little bit of a discount to account for interest rates and that kind of thing. But in today's market, my gosh, what kind of a discount would you need to say, what are the interest rates going to be 15 months from now? What's my dollar going to buy me 15 months from now? There's a lot of questions out there for builders that are trying to sell pre-construction right now. And I would argue that if you're not getting a 20% discount to the market rate, or what you think the market rate will be, that as an investor, it's a very scary proposition. As a buyer, it's a scary proposition. I'd rather take my chance with a resale now and, knife fight it out than to try to do something like that. So that's the good, the bad, the ugly. A little bit of everything in that today. I'm going to read you some words from, from Florence Scovel Shin in my Napoleon Hill book here. Man's word is his wand filled with magic and power. Very interesting. I guess your word is your wand, except when you're trying to sell somebody a home 18 months from now without any idea what the interest rates or inflation are going to be like. So thank you so much for watching The Brian Murray Show. As always, all episodes of The Brian Murray Show can be found on my website at themurraypropertygroup.com under the blog section. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram. And I just want to give a shout out to my own daily pro realtor tips that you can find on TikTok and Instagram. They're awesome. They're little 60-second snippets that really tell you the truth about selling and buying homes, and they're pro realtor tips. So definitely go on to my TikTok and my Instagram, themurraypropertygroup.com. Check those things out. Check out snippets of my show there. So my Google My Business page has also got it's got lots of great photos and everything. If you could leave me a review. The only place I'd love a review is at the Google My Business page. If you could just type in Brian Murray Realtor Hoboken, it'll pop up for you there in your Google search bar, and just say, hey, I loved your show, 5-star, please, Brian Murray Hoboken, Jersey City, best realtor show I know out there. That's all I want. If it's the second best show out there, say 5-star, Brian Murray Hoboken, Jersey City real estate show, second best. I'll even take second best. If there's two people with better real estate shows in the Hoboken, Jersey City market, then I definitely want you to reach out to me directly. Because I need to, one, know about them, and two, like always, if there's anything you disagree with in the show, reach out to me directly, and I'll show you why you're wrong. Thanks for watching.